Hi everyone, ZedRunner DIY Detailer here. Time to do some paint protection film on Mrs ZedRunner's fabulous new Z650. This thing is absolutely awesome. She has already fitted, as you know, the handguards, the Cherubis handguards. She's fitted fork leg protectors, which you've seen in the videos that she's done, and she's also fitted some frame sliders, R&G frame sliders. The bike looks absolutely amazing. It's got this lovely, beautiful sort of pearl white kind of paintwork on it. What we don't want to do is mar where your thighs go on the tank. We don't want to ruin that, and we don't want to scratch all of this here. So I'm going to apply some 3M paint protection film. Never done it before. I've looked for a kit for the bike, because I'm going to eventually apply it onto the sides here. Anywhere where we might accidentally kick it with your foot, or under here, across here, just to get it as tidy as possible really. We're going to protect all of this sort of stuff, protect the front mud guard a bit, and where there might be sort of stones hitting at the front here. But there's no kit available for this bike. It's a 2021 Kawasaki Z650, so no pre-cut kit. So I'm going to make some templates up with paper. And I've got some 3M material. I'm going to try and get the tank going first. So let's see what we can do. On Amazon I bought myself a little kit. So this is all the sharp knives, the cutting implements. It's got a squeegee in it, which is the soft, the felt edged squeegee. That's what I wanted. I think that's your part number if you're interested, anybody. Unwrap toolkit. And a reel of this 3M paint protection film. That's your part number if anyone's interested. I don't think I've got a wide enough one, which is slightly frustrating, but I'll check. Let's have a go. So I've gone for a different approach. So I've got some of this decorator's tape, frog tape, put it on the tank itself, and I'm going to use my little flexible edge to create nice little lines to draw against, so I can easily, so it won't be shaky freehand. I'll have my flexible edge to craft the lines I want. Peel this all off as a template, put that onto some paper and cut it out. See if this works. Okay, so you can see what I've done is I've used this straight edge as a definitive edge. I've finished down here now, coming along, and now you can see where I've started marking out my template using that little guide, flexible guide. This is where these tank protectors are going to come. I probably only need to come down to here, but what I don't want is so they probably only need to come down to here in reality, but what I don't want is another line visible here that's not following the line of the tank. So I'm going to completely cover that. It may or may not be wise, we'll soon see. So let's just finish off this piece down here, see where it's got to go. Everyone's a winner. In fact, that's it right there. I better draw that in. And my hope is I can peel this off and stick it on the paper and cut it out. Fingers crossed. Let's see, will this work? So I've got it stuck down. I appreciate the tank is three-dimensional, and that when I put this template down onto a two-dimensional or flat piece of paper, it's going to change its shape. But it gives me a really good starting position, so I'll cut this out now and have a template to start with in paper, and I'll offer that to the tank, and I may need to add a bit here or cut a bit down here, so we'll soon see. So let's open my kit. When this got delivered from Amazon, they had to verify my age because it's got sharp blades, isn't it? Yet they still give me the sharp blades. You get a nice long flute cutter. Good stuff. That's the felt squeegee that I'm talking about. Lovely. Need that. Keep that clean. This is a cutting tool. Another cutting tool. This looks superb actually. That's the spare blades for it, I think. Yep. Let's have a look. Yeah, it is. This is a tool that will help you sort of, it's quite nice soft and sort of bendy ends, That gets you tuck it into corners and seams if you're going to wrap it in that regard. These wraps fit on the face, they don't need to wrap around into any seams, so I won't need this tool per se, but it comes with a kit. Pretty cool. Wrap it back up, stick it back down so the felt stays in good order. Get rid of that. Get rid of my spare blades and my sheet cutter. What I want to do is a little pokey thing, that's cool. Gotta have your pokey thing going on. Let's open this. So that's your classic craft knife with a very long sort of pointy sharp angle there. In theory that gives you much better control when you cut out any templates. So let's give this a go. Take your time, follow your line. I'll cut that with a scissor later. Right, let's see, have we got this? Rock and roll. So there is our initial template. I'm going to go off it up to the tank now and see if that even remotely works, and we'll use that on the 3M stuff. I've confidence in this process. Let's see. Before I do, just got to round this edge off here, forgot to do that. That'll do. That's the template, let's get it on the tank. Okay, so obviously the 2D, 3D conflict continues, but you can see it will go around where we need it to go. The film is a little stretchy, so when we get it on here, we'll be able to bend and warm up possibly some of these creases out of the way. So let's get our reference markers. It's that straight edge there. And rotate a little. In fact, up, not quite as brilliant as I was hoping, but let's give it a go. I'm now going to transfer this onto some 3M and give it a crack. So I've just trimmed some 3M to give me a little bit more. So I'll be able to flip this over and go the other side. Now, a couple of things for you to realise. One, this template is handed. So this is the right hand side template as I look at it, but because you draw it onto the back of the 3M material here, it becomes the opposite side, so it will become the left hand template when I stick that on. So I'm now doing the left hand side, so I'm going to mark that up. In order to make it the right hand side, I would have needed to have flipped it this way, so on my second one I'll do that. So let's get this one marked up and cut out. So keeping that held down nice and firm as you go around the edges gently. That's my outline, tank left hand side. So I'm going to cut that one out now and just see how that looks. Super care needed. Follow the line. Helps if you're reasonably good with both hands, I find. looking good. There we go. In terms of checking, I can just fit this now against the other tank and this side of the tank because it's the wrong side. Now you get the point. We don't want to peel it back into paper off. This will be the side that fits the tank. So it's become this side's actual piece, the left hand side of the tank. Is it going to fit? Well, I trim the corner there. Of course it's going to fit. So now we're set up for the other side. I've got my template. I'm reversing it so I get my tank right hand side. Okay. So there you go. So just rinse and repeat. I'll cut that out now. You don't need to see that bit, and then we'll start the tank prep cleaning and applying. In terms of efficiency with your material, once you cut all this stuff out, you end up with lots of these little pieces. Now, I've said already that you're going to be covering areas of the bike where little pieces may work down the front of the forks, or up here, for example. This triangle piece will get covered by that spare part there. So, this little triangle here. And we'll put a piece on here, a square on here, a sort of longer elongated triangle piece on here. So don't throw away these. Next up, a bit of panel wipe, the microfiber cloth to clean that completely. Then we're going to get a little trigger spray, a clean trigger spray bottle with a tiny drop or two of washing up liquid in it, not a lot. Ideally use distilled water, but you're going to squeeze as much of the water out, all your water out as possible. Get another cloth as well so you can dry up, you don't want too much crap going to be. Wet this area. You wet the back of the film, then you apply it. Having the moisture here and on the back of the film allows you to move it around carefully, and then you get your squeegee from the centre and just move out all the water that you can. You may need a hairdryer, just a heater, not like a paint heat gun, you know, one of those paint stripper guns. That would be too hot, just a hairdryer, just to allow you to mould it to the three-dimensional sort of shapes that these tanks are. In theory though, it should be fine. Let's give this a go. So one panel wipe on, face the panel, the back end of the panel here that we used on the tank. Both knee grips. I'm going to start with this side here. I've got my soak it all up cloth. I've got my template right hand side, and I've got my little squirt bottle. So I'm going to trigger spray on here, peel off the backing, spray that, get them on, and start the squeegee process. I may not be able to film this very well. Let's give it a go. Okay, hoping the phone doesn't fall. There you go. A little bit tight space here. Need to wet my fingers. Peel the backing plate off. Backing paper. Spray the loads in here, all there in case it's all gone off. You see any big crumbs underneath it, now's the time to get rid of them because they won't go away once you do that. Oh, look at that. Yeah, move it up a bit. Just helps you move it and reapply should you need to. That's looking a little low, so we're going to reapply it, I think there. There you go. So now, get some more glue. And you can see how it doesn't want to conform, so what we want to do is gently heat this, not on superheat setting and far away and everything, just to keep it from melting the plastic. Keep it moving all the time. Problem here. Fingers, spray, and then move it around and just keep going. Fingers. So you can see it's conforming nicely, and if you don't use the heat gun it won't conform. So, but you've got to be super careful. Worst comes to the worst, pull it off, do another one. Quite a process. Now, respect to those people who do this for a living, and rappers unite, I guess, in condemnation of people who have a go at this. But what I will say to you is, for my first ever paint protection film job, making a template out of something because there's nothing existing, this has gone incredibly well. So much so I'm more than happy to carry on with the rest. Let me show you. There you go. I think Mrs ZedRunner is going to be well happy with that. You can see the edge. I've got to clean up. Sorry, honey. But you can see, if I get it in the light, gosh, hard to see. So you can just see the edge here. Obviously in time that will get a little bit of grit in it, or dirt, whatever. If I clean it properly, it should be right. Down here with the lighting, that's better. So you can see some more of the edging here, but it's perfect. That wraps around nicely. There's a few little marks underneath it. Yeah, because I'm not a super pro, but I tell you what, that's exceptional. I'm really pleased with that. I'll clean up this little side. Time for some dinner. So it's effectively, that's it. It's just a kind of rinse and repeat. So I won't show you doing the other side because it's the same as this in reverse, or the mirror. But I'll probably look at doing the tank pad next, and I'll show you how that goes. But for this video, I'm pretty pleased with that, actually. We march on. Okay, so you saw me apply that. This has been ridden now a couple of 100 miles. She's sort of stuffing it up already, so it's well worth having the paint protection on there. It's brilliant. I've done the tank pad as well. You may be able to see just if you can or not, see the outline. Hey, there you go, against the shadow. You can see a little bit of a shadow there. But the tank pad comes all the way down here. I've also done the other knee grip on this side, which has gone very well. So that whole tank is now, both sides are protected, and the part you might lean against and your zips and stuff from your jacket, it's all protected. I've also done some very complex shapes. For me, it didn't come out too brilliantly, but I have one piece that goes all the way under here and around the top, and that was a very complicated piece to fit. Took a little bit of heat to get the film to conform. I appreciate there are lots of different ways of doing it. I'm not a professional, so a lot of people would pull it and stretch it a lot, leave some gap, some overhang, cut it all off, leave about 3 or 4 mil, and then tuck that under. That's probably the right way to do it. But this is effectively protecting the paint that keeps the surface safe and stops little scuffs. It's not gone so well underneath here, so I'm going to soon pull it off and redo it. But another piece has gone on all the way down here, covered this entire panel, and it's bizarre shapes, so it's very difficult to do. But we have all the tail completely protected, and we have the tank completely protected. So it's gone really well for our sort of first go at paint protection film. I'm very happy with that, very happy with those results, and Mrs ZedRunner is delighted as well, so it's a thumbs up from me. If I can get happy Mrs ZedRunner, then that's good news. What I'm going to be doing is putting some film here and on this top piece, and likely to do just the sort of the front of the mudguard here, and the areas where you might get some debris damage or hitting the paint, and potentially get the light protected as well. She's got a few more accessories. It's her birthday today, so she's got a few more accessories for the Z650. So she's going to be doing another couple of videos to show you what those are. But yeah, it's come together rather well. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it helps. By no means no way am I a professional at this. So things I've done in here may or may not be 100% right. Fair enough. Make your own decisions and do your own research, I guess. But the results I've got are good enough. It worked, so I'm really pleased with that. Hope you enjoyed the video. Catch you again soon. Hope maybe see you on the road too. Take care. Ride safe.